So with us right now is someone who knows how to air a grievance or two. He loves this format, and I imagine he celebrates Festivus as big as Christmas. Louisiana Senator John Kennedy. He's the author of the best-selling book, How to Test Negative for Stupid. Senator, let's stay with the theme. What's ticked you off this year, and what do you think is going to tick you off next year?
Oh, this year, in some ways, Brian, has been frustrating in the sense that nothing that the Trump administration do, no matter what it is, even if it's something very, very, very positive, he's not given credit for it by many members of the media. That's aggravating. I've said this before, but it's frustrating sometimes that Washington, D.C., you know it, it's a Democratic town, not just the Democrats in Congress, but the think tanks, the academics, the bureaucrats, and that can be frustrating. I've said before, I don't hate anybody. I look for grace wherever I can find it, but there's some days when I walk to my office on the Capitol and I give myself a pep talk and I say, today, Kennedy, you're going to follow Jesus, but by 10 o'clock I want to follow Jesus still, but I want to slap somebody.
Right.
But I love my job, and this Christmas I'm not thinking about grievances. I'm thinking about gratitude. I'm thinking about grace. I'm thankful, in addition to my God and for my family. I'm thankful to live in the most star-spangled country in all of human history.
And it's going to be a big year. I don't know if that
answers your question.
No, it does. You ended up positive, which is good. And we're celebrating year 250. So let's look ahead to the midterms. So I know exactly what you guys are going to do, and so do the Democrats. They know what you did in 25, and they know what you're going to try to do in 26, around the world and at home. I don't know what Democrats are going to do, but I have a prediction. If they get control of the House, it's going to be investigation and it's going to be impeachment. Do you think the American people want to flip the House for those two reasons?
I think statistically, except for two off-year elections, the party, in this case the Democrats, opposite the party of the president, President Trump, of course, is a Republican, always does well in the midterm.
Yeah.
So the odds are against us. But that doesn't mean we're a smoked turkey. We've accomplished a lot in the One Big Beautiful Bill, and it's going to kick in the first of the year, and it's going to help. But I don't think we should stop. We passed the One Big Beautiful Bill without any Democratic votes under what we call reconciliation. We don't need Democratic votes to do it again and a third time. Unless you think there's some kind of award for being dumb, right. It's just foolish for us not to pass another big, beautiful bill to address the cost of housing and health care, the cost of living, and for the life of me, I don't understand why we're not doing that. Right. It's been 5 months since we passed the One Big Beautiful Bill.
And Senator Thune is just a phone call away. I know he takes your calls and has great respect for you. But you know what I worry?
Well, look, John, I have great respect for Senator Thune, and he's not said no. He said he's keeping his options open. But people need to understand that the Senate rules can be deeply weird. Only the majority leader can bring a bill to the Senate floor.
Okay.
So I can have the greatest bill in the world, but I can't get it on the Senate floor without the majority leader's permission.
So, Senator, real quick, you have 3 Supreme Court justices, conservative, who are 70 plus. Should they retire while Republicans are still in charge?
No. I think every member of the Supreme Court's doing just fine. I wouldn't encourage them to retire. I wouldn't. I don't. And I don't really know which 3 you're talking about, but I don't care whether they're so-called conservatives or liberals. I think they're doing a fine job. I'm proud of the Supreme Court. I'm not happy with every opinion, but I'm proud of them. I think they're doing a good job.
Yeah, today they did stop the National Guard for going into Illinois, so allow the illegal immigrants to run wild.
But that's not permanent. That's a temporary. And I don't know how they're going to rule on the case. But they held it up temporarily till they can take a closer look at the merits. And I've been very proud of the Supreme Court for standing up for the federal judiciary as an equal branch of government. And when I count my blessings, I count them twice.
Senator, it looks like you have a very festive house. We really, or wherever you're standing, we thank you so much for the time. I want you to have a great Christmas, and thanks for all your appearances all year.
Hey, Brian, for Christmas, I'm going to send you a text, okay?
That's all I want is a text. And to go out and buy the senator's book, it's fantastic. It really brings insight into what the job is like. Senator John Kennedy making an impact. Thanks so much.
You're a good man, Brian Kilmeade.
Hey, everyone. I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.